here at Launakalana estate in Rigo in the Central Province. Launakalana is about 143 kilometers from the CBD of Port Moresby. Launakalana is one of the biggest cattle ranches owned by Livestock Development Corporation, a state-owned company in our country. Livestock Development Corporation has been operating this cattle ranch since the 1960s under the then Department of Agriculture, Stock and Fisheries. And then when the department was restructured, it became known as the Department of Primary Industries. And then the department was again restructured in the 1980s, and it became Department of Primary Industries, from DASF to DPI. And then from the time it was at DPI, Livestock Development Corporation was formed in 1983 through an NEC decision number 75 of 82. That NEC decision was to transfer all of the state-owned cattle ranches and abattoirs under the livestock division of the then Department of Primary Industry to creating a new entity called Livestock Development Corporation. The objective of the Livestock Development Corporation at the time was to commercialize beef cattle production. And so Livestock Development Corporation took over many ranches and abattoirs around the country, and one of them is Launakalana. Launakalana has gone through a lot of changes, both good and bad. In 2019, when I took office as the project manager, because DAL took over from the management of LDC and parked the company under DAL as its business arm, and it was parked as a program under DAL. So all of the funding for LDC came through the Department of Agriculture and Livestock. So DAL and LDC were working together, and then in 2019, when I came in, one of the first places that we reclaimed and rehabilitated is Livestock Development Corporation owned cattle ranch here in Rigo, which is Launakalana Estate. Launakalana Estate covers more than 4,000 hectares. It's 4,570 hectares to be exact. All of that land is under LDC. And this ranch is going to be used as cattle breeding and distribution center for the Central Province and the rest of the Southern region. One of the things that the LDC at Launakalana will be under the recently signed MOU with the Central Provincial Government, when the former governor, Honorable Robert Agrobe, was the governor. We signed an MOU to bring in cattle from Sialum, breed them here, and then give the calves out to the existing cattle farmers in the Central Province. So that agreement is, that MOU is in place, and they have actually made available to LDC an amount of 200,000, which we have used to negotiate with the farmers and be able to get the cattle out from Sialum in the Marape Province. The balance of this, or the report of the expenditure of the 200,000 has been compiled already. It will be given to the new governor and the administrator for Central Province, so that they will continue to fund this, so that the once thriving Launakalana cattle ranch will come back to life. It will flourish with a lot of cattle here, which LDC will use to breed, and then the progenies, the offsprings from here, we will be using them as stock to supply the existing cattle farmers in the Central Province. And we have had a lot of interest from the Central Province cattle farmers to come and work with LDC going forward in this. Now that LDC is going to be a regulator, we will no longer be the company competing with all the others. This is a step in the right direction, because the Prime Minister wants us to make sure that PNG becomes self-sustaining in meat production, including beef, by 2025. That's a big challenge, but we are not taking it lying down. LDC has gone throughout the length and breadth of our country to take back all of the rundown cattle ranches and rundown abattoirs, including Launakalana, and we are on track to deliver the government's policy expectations as required by the Prime Minister. So LDC now ready to be a regulator. One of the things that's going to happen right here at Launakalana will be that Launakalana, the title of the land at Launakalana is, we checked with the people at the Department of Lands and Physical Planning, and the title went missing. So we have now done a re-identification survey of the boundary around the entire 4,570 hectares. We have done that already. We have now filed a survey report with the Department of Lands and Physical Planning, and we're hoping to get our title sometime this year, so that we can be able to use this as collateral when we want to either take out a bank loan, or when we want to partner with a foreign investor who wants to come into livestock production in this country per the Prime Minister's directive. LDC will be stepping back, but we'll be playing a regulatory role, a regulatory function. So the commercial bit of livestock production, LDC will not seriously participate in it, but LDC will make available our assets under a partnership agreement to the investor, so that they will feel confident about coming into our country to work in the livestock subsector. So we are looking forward to working with all the cattle farmers in the Central Province. The thing about our country is only 3% of the land is alienated to the state, and 97% of the land in this country remains under customary land tenure system. So the land is not free. In order for us to free up the land, we have to engage with the landowners. We will tell them, you don't give us the land, you keep the land, you use the land to maximize its potential by working with people like Livestock Development Corporation or its partners in raising cattle. So cattle is very, very easy to raise. It's not like other livestock species. Cattle, you don't have to go and dig cocoa, or you don't have to go and do anything to keep them going. You just plant grass and let them get into business. They'll work for you. Within a space of 2 years, the cattle should be ready. You get it from us at a lesser price, like 500 to 600 kina. When you turn it back to LDC, we will be buying, LDC's partner will be buying at live weight. Right now, the price that we are trying to pay, which other companies are trying to pay, is 7 kina per kilogram. But we would want to see the partner pay at a bit higher price, so that he can make some return on his investment. So not too high, not double the price, but probably 8 or 9 kilo something, given the economic situations that we are in right now. So that will be something that we are looking at doing with the landowners in the country. Many of our landowners, they're worried about the land. They don't want people to come in and encroach on the land. And so I am appealing to the people of Central Province in particular. You have so much land, and the land is not being put to good use. I am inviting you to come and see me in my office. My office is located on the second floor of the Central Government Office in Waigani. That's directly opposite the office of the Prime Minister. So you come to my office, you come and tell us that you have this kind of land. You want us to partner with you. We will work with you. We will secure your premises, and then you will work with the partner that will come and work with us, so that your land is secure. At the same time, you will make money out of your land. So these are some things that under the new arrangement we are seriously considering going forward, doing to empower people back in the rural areas. One of the other setbacks that we continue to face in LDC is funding. And so this has led to the demise of the cattle ranches and the abattoirs and all this. But I have come to realize that it's not so much of money. Most of the things that we can do in our country do not require money. We can do it with our physical hands. We can do it with what we have on the ground. Many people think that you need money to do this, you need money to clean the rubbish, you need money to do this. We don't need a lot of money to do this. We need money for infrastructure, but to actually do the upkeep and keeping the things under control and looking after animals, making sure that everything is working out all right, it doesn't need money. So the little money that was given to us when I came in, we have used it to rehabilitate more than 5 cattle ranches, up to 4 abattoirs, and we are still continuing to add more assets as we go along. So in the not too distant future, under the new minister, we are looking forward to making sure that all these abattoirs that we have taken back, they are fully functional, they are up and running, they are operational. We also, under the new minister, would like to see that all the cattle ranches have cattle in them, and that we are able to provide a progenies to those interested cattle farmers who are interested in going into cattle production. We want to reach that point before we offload these businesses to those interested partners who want to come and partner with us. So we will use these ones as our equity in the investment. And so while we are waiting for the regulatory body to be set up, LDC will be in this year and the next year, we'll be making sure that all the abattoirs are running, all the cattle ranches are restocked, and they are fully operational. Thank you.